Thank you very much for tuning in. So we've got Eli calling in, and his rights are actually going to be infringed, which is possibly the principal interest of this call. But before that, let's just have a listen to what he's got to argue in terms of his reasons for believing in the existence of God. So far, he's said that the creation has the requisite characteristics for existence, and this means that God must exist. And Jimmy has just asked why. So let's go with it.
Because we couldn't exist without design.
I don't know that that's the answer to my question of why.
He actually started the call saying that he was going to argue. He was going to present an argument. Well, why bother presenting arguments when you can just simply assert something?
That's just an assertion, I suppose. But
yeah, we need something beyond just "you said so." Right. Why is it that you think it's impossible for human beings to exist if there isn't intentional design?
Think of it like in the previous call, they were mentioning like science and functions or things of creation, right? Like such as gravity, light, what's it called? Like the transfer of energy.
Okay, we need to stop. Wait, we need to stop. Eli, I asked a very specific question, which is, what reason do you have for concluding that human beings couldn't exist without intentional design? And the last 7 or 8 words that you spoke were like science or functions or things of creation. That's not an argument. That's not evidence. That's not even a cogent sentence. What reason do we have to think that it is impossible for humans to exist unless someone intentionally designed a space for them?
Okay. Well, to get around this, people have made up theories such as multiverse. But to suggest that
I don't know why your sentence started with "to get around this." I need you to make a case for why it is impossible for humans to exist without a creator intentionally creating a space for them. You don't have to talk about what other people have done or multiverse. You need to say, here is why it is impossible for humans to exist unless a creator made space for them. That's how you start, and then finish that sentence in a way that makes sense.
The multiverse argument is often used as a false dichotomy by particularly Christians who they've got this dichotomy that either we accept the enormous odds against the universe having the necessary laws in place in order that the sequence of events played out, and the result is that we've got the earth obviously with life in it. Or to get around that, I wonder what it is that Eli thinks the multiverse theory can get around. I know what he's talking about, but he doesn't really seem to know what he's talking about.
Okay. To make it simple, if the functions such as gravity didn't function as it does now, things wouldn't be able to exist in matters that they do now.
Okay, he asked about creator, not if gravity didn't exist.
So let's go with what you've said.
Yeah, so obviously he's dovetailing into this multiverse idea, this multiverse false dichotomy, that either a God created all the universal constants, such as the law of gravity, and it's exactly correct and exactly right in order for the universe to have developed the way it did, such that we've got life on Earth. And it couldn't possibly have come about by chance. The only way it could have come about by chance is if you accept the multiverse theory, millions or billions of universes out there, all with different physical laws, just through random chance, and we happen to be in the one that was just right for us. But you then have to accept the multiverse theory as an alternative to a God. It's a false dichotomy because of course there are other options.
Said, and be as charitable as possible. If you were correct, and that if gravity didn't work the way it does now, humans wouldn't exist. So let me extrapolate that to what your argument is. And I will ask a separate question right now. Why is it impossible for gravity to be the way it is unless it was intentionally designed that way by a creator?
Because it's in correlation and it converges with everything else that works in such a manner that allows for existence.
Yeah, we're done. You've now created a completely circular argument. You say it's impossible. Stop talking. You say it's impossible for humans to exist unless there's a God that created everything. I asked you to make your case for that. You didn't, but we'll go ahead and pretend that you gave a reason that gravity needs to be the way it is for humans to exist. And then I asked, why? How can we know? Why are you talking?
Because I have a right to.
No, you fucking don't. Goodbye.
The fuck? Why? Who told you you have a right to talk? Watch this, Eli. Go ahead, talk.
It's done.
Oh, bummer. I was going to just start toggling the mute on and off.
Okay, so there we are. Eli asserting his right to speak. And of course, he does have the right to speak, which he exercised when he tried to interrupt Matt. He still has the right to speak, and nobody took away his right to speak. What Matt did was took away his possibility to be heard on this particular show by hanging up on him. So his right to speak remains unimpinged. It's just that on this show, at least, nobody can hear him. Just coming back to his argument, it's the fine-tuning argument, of course. Matt is saying to him, how did you determine that this is the only way that it could have been? In other words, that a God set it up to be just right. He'd already mentioned the multiverse. He didn't say it was a possibility. He just said this has been introduced to get around this fine-tuning problem. There's also another possibility, another option, that the laws of the universe as they are couldn't have been any other way. So that is an option, and one which, unfortunately, because the call ended, they didn't get the chance to discuss that. But there we are. That's how it went. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll be back again with another video very soon. Bye for now.